Blog Talk TV, the social media inspired talk show that features some of the biggest blogging names.
That's right. We share with you the stories of how they've been able to impact their communities through their blogging while offering some how-to tips to jumpstart your own blogging career.
And boy, we've got some great tips today. I'm Bess Auer from Gotta Get Blogging.
And I'm Ben Reed from Orlando Waterhole.
And we've got Michele Badie coming today.
Yeah, from CareerTipper.com. So she blogs about career competence and then has some great, really unique ways that she tries to monetize her blog. So very excited to talk to her.
Yeah, very cool. So I believe we are starting off our shows now with that social media question of the day, which I used to do a drum roll for. There we go.
Oh yeah, we did do that, didn't we?
Come on guys, drum roll.
Here we go.
There we go. All right.
Should you blog for free?
No.
No.
Okay, we can go on.
I think we get a lot of questions though, because brands will approach a blogger and say, we'd love for you to come down into our event and write a blog post about it. What do you think?
Well, I always say there's two ways to pay a blogger. Okay, bloggers, you should never blog for free, ever, unless you're blogging for yourself and it's something you're passionate about and something you want to do. For anybody else, never do it for free. You can be paid in two ways. The first way is cash or compensation in some way. The second way is for what I call social media cash.
What is that?
So
funny money?
What I mean by that, it can be funny money. No. So I was asked by a theme park to go blog for them, and so I went and blogged and covered a thing for them. I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. And when I got back, I spent all this time making video for them and writing the posts, and I sent it to them in order. And about 2 days later, I got an email, blanket email, saying, hi bloggers, if you haven't yet created your blog, here's some B-roll you can use. Which bothered me because that meant they never even saw the blog post I spent all this time writing on. So the next time they approached me to write about them, I said, thanks, but no thanks. I did all that work and didn't even get acknowledged on it. And they said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, you never tweeted it out once. You have a lot more followers than I do. You never posted it on your Facebook page. When somebody's writing this great review of you, shout it out there. So that's what I mean by social media cash. So a lot of nonprofits will use that social media cash. They can't always afford to pay bloggers to write about them, but they definitely can retweet you and post it to their Facebook fans and get you some new followers that way. So you either have cash or social media cash. Never accept anything less.
Good advice.
There you go. There you go.
So coming up, we have a video. Is that right?
We do. We have Professor Josh in the Bloggers Lab, and then we'll be right back with Michele Badie. So stay tuned.
Hi, it's Professor Josh, and I'm back with another gadget for you. So if you're anything like me and you love gadgets and gizmos, dealing with cords is a pain in the butt. A lot of times you have to figure out how you're going to put these in your backpack, what are you going to do with these. So I have some tips for you on a couple different gadgets that might help you out. One of them is called Bandits. So Bandits is almost like a rubber band or a just a cable that's a little stretchy out that has a little clip on it. So the clip on it, the great thing about these is that they're great for cable management. They're great for a lot of other things, but this is an easy way to go ahead and take your cables, run it through, and tighten them, and then you have them wrapped up and they keep in place. So it's great. You can buy them in smaller packs. You don't have to buy a big container like this. I think it's like $5 if you want to get 10 of these, depending on the different sizes you need, and you can use them for all kinds of things. So another one by the same company, Quirky, who does all kinds of different gadgets and gizmos, is Recoil. So Recoil is a great one because you can take it out, then you can have it recoil back in. So it's definitely one of those that you can have come in and out and be able to keep your cables all in one place for phone charging or, you know, cable management for your audio cords and things like that. So definitely I recommend checking out Quirky for all kinds of other different little gadgets. Again, if you want to find out more gadgets, visit ProfessorJosh.com.
Blog Talk TV is produced by GottaGetBlogging.com, an online community featuring how-to video tutorials on everything from monetization, working with brands, the basics of setting up your first blog, and more. Visit GottaGetBlogging.com to sign up for a free or pro membership today.
So welcome back. We are here with today's guest, Michele Badie of CareerTipper.com. Michele, I am so happy that you're here.
Thank you for the invite.
Welcome.
I'm excited to be here.
Yay for Michele.
So Michele, CareerTipper.com. Tell us about the blog. What do you blog about?
I blog about career confidence and the importance of being confident in your career decisions, whatever you decide to do, and also what you decide not to do. But more importantly, just be courageous to pursue your career aspirations.
Love it.
Wow. So where did this whole idea come from? How did you get started? Because have you met many career confidence bloggers? One. You're right. This is kind of a new niche for us. So how did you get started in this blog?
Well, I attended summer 2013. I attended the International Women's Success Conference that takes place in Orlando, Florida once a year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, once a year. And so during that time, it's executed and hosted by Dr. Stacia Pierce, a social influencer, and also her daughter, who's a social influencer. And they were talking about entrepreneurship through blogging. I was like, oh, well, I need to figure that out. I was working a 9 to 5, and I was so fascinated with the fashion bloggers, and also I was fascinated with the lifestyle bloggers, but that wasn't really 100% who I was. And the one thing that I was encouraged is finding something that you authentically are passionate about. But more importantly for me, I wanted to make sure that I found something that I can see myself doing 5 years from now, versus just being like, oh, she did this for a little while. Like, I didn't want it to be a hobby. And so at the time I was working career services, and one thing I noticed the need was people to be confident in themselves. They would miss out on opportunities all the time due to confidence.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you just celebrated 12 months of blogging. You had your blog anniversary, as it called. So what have you learned about blogging since you started at this conference and took this blog, and then a year later rather? What have you learned? Define
your voice. Without a doubt, it's important to define your voice. Ask for help when you need it. You're not an island. And also enjoy the process. It's something you enjoy doing. So before initially I was treating it like a job, like a checklist. I have to do this. I have to make sure I post this day, and I was not finding the joy in it. And I really believe that once I started finding the joy in it, everything else started to come into line. Like, I was doing more interviews and being able to do other things, because I think then my passion genuinely came through, and people respond to that, like success attraction kind of.
Oh, I agree 100%. Yeah. I mean, I believe that law of attraction. I mean, if you put positivity out there, it's going to come back. And I guess it's the same with confidence.
Yes.
We were so impressed by what you've been able to accomplish in these 12 months. You have an app. You have these journals. You have this career confidence class, this course that you do. You've got all these great tools. We want to talk about as many as we can.
Okay.
But let's start with the app, because we focused on a previous episode, the Career Confidence app.
Yes.
So why did you choose to start an app? How did that get started?
That came out of something that I would want myself. It came out of something, again, working with different professionals, different industries, different ages, from college students to seasoned professionals, career changers. And like I said earlier, people often would lose their confidence despite their qualifications, despite what they felt they deserved. There was something deep inside of them that I would talk to. In particular, one student, I just wanted to cry for them one day. They had this amazing opportunity. It was the job that they wanted, but they wouldn't apply because something in them made them feel like they weren't worthy. And they knew that, and that always stuck with me. And I'm like, it's like teaching someone that you love them. I love you. It's through action. So that's where I decided I'm going to figure through my blog, I'm going to help people build their confidence. And who doesn't like an app? I love apps to figure out different things. So I wanted an app that would complement the blog, at the same time promote something that I love, affirmations, and give people daily reminders of how to build their confidence, that they're worthy, that they're hireable, they're employable, their employers want to work with them, and that their skills are valid, that they're a strong contributor. And it's kind of directed, but at the same time, so if you don't know what to do, it tries to keep you focused on what you need to do. Like, your social media is a brand, so don't be putting all these little craziness out there. Like, present yourself in a professional manner.
Wow. Where do you go to get an app created?
Well, one, you got to make sure there's a need, and then two, research the different tools out there that will make your app different. And then another thing to keep in mind is that you have to understand the process. So it's not like a 30-day deal, you're done, and then figure out who can work with you to create your vision. But you have to know what you want to do, because when you work with people to create your app, they're like, you tell me. So I had to know that I want reminders. I had to know that I wanted it to be a certain colors and a certain fonts. Like, they don't create it for you. It's like a copywriter. Right. You got to give them what you want and the message that you want to convey.
So I'm curious, is your app, now that it's been created, it's available at the iTunes store, right?
It is.
Right. Can you update it whenever you want?
I do.
Really? So it's not like just designed and then you can't play with it?
No, always being updated.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
So you've got some other great stuff too. You've got this course from, we've been playing with the name Udemy. Is that where we landed? Udemy. So tell us about your career course.
10 Tips to Inspiring Career Confidence was birthed out of my first speaking engagement that I received from blogging for ONA in Daytona. And the students came up to me afterwards. There were different university students in the Daytona Beach area. And they're like, Miss Michele, we need something other than this brochure. Like, how can we keep in contact with you? And I'm like, And I did, at that time, I did receive a challenge to create a course. And I was like, now, how am I going to work this out? And all I did was ignite my passion of creativity and to really focus on how to zone in on what career confidence is. Because like you said, it's not something that people naturally think about. Like, oh, my confidence affects what I do in my career or the choices that I make. And as a college student, what is that? So I just, in my 10 tips to inspiring career confidence, I share things that I wish I knew as a college student that I didn't learn till later. Like, you learn how to do your resume, you learn how to answer the questions correctly and dress, but it's a mindset. It's a mindset. Career confidence is a mindset. Because if your mind is articulately focused on what matters to you accomplishing your goals, like, there's no reason why you can't live the life you want. You just have to prepare for it. But if you think about it and you prepare yourself for it, then you will make it in time. Key in time, it can be your reality.
So can I just bottle you and have you on my shelf every morning when I wake up telling me that I can do this? I guess that's what your app does.
That's what the app is for.
I'm so impressed with
9 a.m. daily.
Yeah, right? So you have it. I don't have it yet, but I'm going to do. I'm sitting here I'm overwhelmed with your passion and that singular vision that you have.
Thank you.
Yeah, very impressive.
What was the work like to prepare to create the course and to create the app? How much time did you spend putting that all together?
A few weeks.
Yeah.
It wasn't overnight, because one thing it made me do was soul search, because I want it to be authentically myself, sharing this with people, and I want it to be well researched. So I researched my data to back up what I said. It wasn't like it just created out of there. But most importantly for me, anyone that knows me, I want them to say, you know what, that is so Michele. That is so something that she would say. And I want to make sure that that's conveyed at all times, because if it's me, then it's really going to resonate with my student. It's not fabricated. And that's been awesome.
Now, are they able to email you with questions if they have questions on it through Udemy?
They can. Not through Udemy, but there's other ways that you can connect, and that Udemy gives you a platform for other ways for them to connect to you. And actually, my first blog request for a career consultation came from my career confidence course. So that was really exciting, and they were in India, actually. So that made my day big time when I got that email. But they took the course, found me on the blog, and then emailed me.
Wow.
I think what I love Bess so much is what you're providing is incredibly valuable content. It's not just, you're not making money just by throwing up a banner ad, but you're giving somebody really something of value, which is so cool.
That will improve their lives. It really does make a difference. Yeah. So Michele,
yes,
stay right here.
Okay.
We've got to take a break. We're going to be right back. First, we've got to get some blogging tips though, so stay tuned.
Sometimes you have a need with your website to create a subsection or a different part of your website that has a completely different look and a different theme. You can see here we have our Blog Talk TV website much different from our Elite website, which is still different from one of our conference websites. But we did all this very easily by creating what's called a subdomain. To create a subdomain, go to the subdomains on your cPanel, and then simply type in which subdomain name you'd like and match it up with the right domain. After you create it, you simply install WordPress like you would on a regular blogging site. Easy to do, gives you great versatility, and guess what? All of the sites count towards your Google Analytics, so remember to try a subdomain.
We're back with Michele from CareerTipper.com. Michele, we talked earlier about the online course. So if you are a blogger that would like to create one through going Udemy or whatever option, what advice would you give them? How would you suggest they go about doing that?
One, make sure that your content is current and relevant to what you want to write a course about. It's not just something to do. You're literally planting seeds into someone to flourish in whatever area they're taking the course for, so don't take it lightly. And secondly, make sure that whatever content you share can be valid and current for at least 3 to 5 years. That it's not a one-hit wonder, that it has longevity to it.
Well, that's a good point.
Your content has longevity, yes.
Now, do you plan on doing more?
I do.
Do you have your topics yet?
No. But what I realize is that each product that I've created is inspired by my followers in one way or another. The journal was inspired by a follower. The apps were inspired by, everything's inspired. So we'll see.
Keep an ear out to what your audience is saying.
What they need.
Go from there.
Yes.
All right, so speaking of career confidence, if you are a blogger who's just starting out that has a dream of making it full-time, becoming a blogger as their career, what advice would you give them?
Be consistent. Focus on your content before anything else. That your followers and your readers are focusing on what you're writing. So make sure that you know what your voice is, how you want to present your voice, and just take time nurturing that. That was the advice given to me, and I think that's the best advice. The followers, the attention, all the bells and whistles, that will come. But understand the logistics of your blog, how to fix your blog. You're not always going to be able to get some midnight hour to help with the plugin or something like that. Take the time to learn a little coding if need be. Like, get the basics. Get your foundation solid.
Great advice. Very good. So what has been your proudest moment this past year with your blog?
I would say my proudest moment came when I received my first speaking engagement from my blog. It was a gentleman, Mr. Ryan Kelly. He contacted me out the blue. I never knew of him. I never heard of him before.
Yeah.
He's like, I read your blog. I'm launching a brand new conference for women, focused on women in Volusia County, Florida, and I would love for you to be a speaker.
There you go.
I was like, wow, vision board coming to life. So I was excited.
That's neat.
Totally.
That's neat.
Michele, where can viewers find you online, and where can they go get your classes?
Where can they see your vision board?
I will have to post that online. But my vision board is when I wake up to it every morning, and I see it before I go to bed every night when I journal.
Fantastic.
So,
So
bring it to me.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so online, where can they find you?
CareerTipper.com, Instagram @CareerTipper, Twitter @Michele Badie, Michele with 1 L, and Facebook.com/CareerTipper.
There
Excellent.
we go.
Yeah.
Well, Michele, it's time to move to our favorite part of Blog Talk TV. Show and tell!
Yay!
Love it.
So show and tell is where we highlight our favorite apps, gadgets, gizmos, things that we've seen recently. And if you've got a suggestion for us, you want us to check out, email us at info@gottagetblogging.com. But Bess,
I have something
for us
this time. So, Chad, will you please help me? So, as you guys know, we have been, hi guys at home, we have been streaming this. So using, okay, so I'm gonna hold this up for the camera because I'm not gonna be able to get a screenshot of it. So I'm using a new app called Meerkat. And so what it does, it's actually live streaming right now.
Very cool.
Via Twitter.
I can see us.
And so Twitter, you've been able to tweet out video, pre-recorded or photos, but this actually allows us to live stream, and it's unlimited. I think I could keep going. So right now we've got people watching us. So hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. So Meerkat, it's a free app. It's a great way to get your brand out there further. So right now they're all getting a sneak peek behind the scenes.
And we've got 20.
We do have 20 people watching. So what are you watching? What do you have, Ben?
I've got this device called a Pogo Plug.
Neat.
Pogo Plug is a home-based cloud. So what I do is this, you can see in the back here, this plugs into your internet at home, and then you can plug in a USB drive or two into the back of the device. And you download this app on your phone, or you can access it on your computer. But essentially, whatever hard drive is plugged into the Pogo Plug, no matter where you are in the world, I can access my material right from this little device here.
I was giving a sneak peek.
You were giving a sneak peek to the Meerkat people. But you know what's nice about it is I travel quite a bit, so when I'm on the road, I can upload directly to my hard drive. So it's just like a Dropbox, except you're downloading to the physical thing versus to the cloud.
Very cool.
Yeah,
so it was about $100 on Amazon, and it's called Pogo Plug. And there's different plans you can get. But I love this little device. It's kind of a second backup for me.
Very cool. Very cool. Michelle, you have anything you want to share about your app? Where can they find your app? What's the name of it?
Career and Success Affirmations.
I'm going to pull it up right
and
now.
Success Affirmations in the iTunes store. Excellent.
Yes.
And show us show the affirmation that we have.
So today I have, I connect with mentors and subject matter experts that help develop me to become a strong contributor in my chosen industry.
Yes.
Very cool.
This is very distracting, looking at my iPhone, looking at that camera, and looking at you on Meerkat with that group there. So I don't know where to look. I don't know where to look. So.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I think that about wraps up our show.
Well, kind of. Michelle, you mentioned a journal.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about the journal for the viewers at home that might want to experience that.
I strongly believe the importance of journaling is a great tool as a success trigger. I use my journal to write down everything. I write in the present tense as if it's already my reality, and I use it for success attraction and what I'm grateful for. So in the morning I write down what I want to bring into my world, and in the evening I write what I'm grateful for.
Fantastic.
And so that is what I use the journal for, and it's just a tool, a journal notebook that has an affirmation on the front.
Different from your blog.
It's different from the blog. It's just a notebook that they can invest in, and it's just a simple notebook, but it's just their tool there that they can covet to journal their career confidence journey.
Fantastic.
Or business journey, or whatever.
Well, I heard you mention that along with the app and the course, so I thought it'd be good to follow back in. And for those of you who aren't familiar, I have a Great Dane here that has been wreaking havoc on the crew. I'm sorry, guys. All right, one more time, where can we find you?
CareerTipper.com.
All right.
And you can find me at OrlandoWaterhole.com as well as the iTunes Store.
And you can find me at Bess_hour on GottaGetBlogging.com anytime. And turn it around to the crew as we wave goodbye. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for watching.